In one of our previous videos, we talked a bit about how Bugs found the model created by Neo with the artificial intelligence Morpheus, which was designed to help Neo escape. But why is Bugs the character that moves the plot of Matrix Resurrections forward? What's so special about the window cleaner who became a Resistance captain?
This is my crew.
Well, what would you think if I told you that Bugs didn't wake up by chance? That everything that happened to her was part of Neo's plan to wake him up from the Matrix, and that he developed a kind of split personality.
Whoa.
In this video, we will be analyzing the character Bugs and why she is more special than people think. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Bugs' story begins 40 years after Matrix Revolutions. Born as a human and as part of the simulation's power supply, Bugs was nothing special. Unlike Neo and Trinity, who were noted for their computer skills, Bugs was a simple grunt who was in the right place at the right time. To understand how Bugs grew from being another Coppertop to almost the protagonist of the film, we must analyze the events that led her to wake up from the Matrix. There are different ways in which a human can wake up from the simulation. Some are contacted by the Resistance after living their lives with unanswered questions, as Neo was. Others are capable of waking up on their own after witnessing or causing glitches in the simulation, such as the marathon runner from Animatrix or Kid. But Bugs' situation was a bit different. Bugs' awakening gave Neo a chance to escape, and perhaps it wasn't by coincidence. Thomas Anderson was put into a new simulation so that his psychological trauma would feed power to the Matrix. He felt that he had no way out.
We can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops.
In the new simulation, Neo's memories had been continuously manipulated. He thought that the Matrix was just a video game that he created. One day he was at a party, celebrating some supposed awards he won for his creation. However, something happened at the party that awoke Neo for a few moments. He realized that his reality was false, and he proceeded to jump off the building. He was going to do the same jump that Morpheus had taught him.
Free your mind.
At that moment, Bugs saw reality. Neo's RSI, residual self-image, had been changed to that of a bald old man, but under that fake body was the real Neo. And for a moment, she saw him as he saw her. The analyst then stopped the simulation and restarted it, resetting Neo's memories and making him believe that he had suffered a mental breakdown. But I believe what happened during this fortuitous moment was the reason why Bugs was able to save Trinity at the end of the movie. In those few seconds, Neo saw a false reality and began to float in the air. In that small instance, he regained his powers as the One before the analyst stopped the world. Neo, looking at Bugs, might have modified something inside her. Maybe he passed some of the Integral Anomalies code to her. It wouldn't be the first time Neo affected other people within the simulation. After all, he has done miracles before. How do we know that Neo altered Bugs' code? To our surprise, there are several clues to that possibility. The first is that Bugs saw the real Neo, and not only his modified RSI. Once Neo glanced at Bugs, she saw the real him. That look changed her. The second clue is that Bugs becomes obsessed with Neo, and she makes it her mission to find him. She was convinced that he was still alive, that the man she saw was Neo. It's as if Neo gave Bugs the same purpose that he gave Morpheus. He implanted the idea that she needed to help him escape. The third clue is that it was Bugs who found Neo's model and Morpheus, as if Neo had predestined Bugs to find this place after he modified her. And last but not least, the biggest evidence is that Bugs' brain was similar or compatible with Trinity's, which gave Neo the only opportunity to save Trinity. I don't think these clues are coincidences. I think Bugs was handpicked by Neo. So how did this happen? How is it that Neo can be someone so weak and scared, and yet simultaneously set up a master plan to escape the Matrix by modifying the minds of people connected to it? I think that the answer lies in the blue pills that Neo was taking. The Antonafluxin. These pills were created to suppress his memories so that the analyst could control him. However, I believe that Neo's true personality, or soul, could not be completely suppressed by this medication. We saw that Neo created a model, and how in this model he created Morpheus to find him and wake him up from the Matrix. Morpheus questioned Neo why he was created and put in the model in the first place.
You put me in a tiny-ass model, left me to bang my head till I nearly lost my shit searching for you as an experiment.
When Neo jumps off the building for Bugs to see, we don't see him as the same scared man. We see for a moment the fearless Neo from the old trilogy. So even though Neo was taking the pills that were suppressing his identity, deep down inside, the One still existed, and he decided to escape the Matrix. This is why Neo created the model, designed Morpheus, and changed Bugs. Now we understand why Bugs is so special. Possibly she carries a piece of the anomaly's code, and that made her compatible with Trinity. Maybe in the future, that is, if the story were to continue, Bugs could become Neo and Trinity's successor. She could even develop abilities of the anomaly, as she was not only modified by Neo, but by Trinity as well after their minds linked. Another important component of this theory is that it would show that Neo developed a type of double personality. One is Thomas Anderson, who was controlled by the pills that the analyst was giving him, and second was Neo from the previous trilogy. Perhaps when the movie talks about fate or destiny, it's not just talking about Neo and Trinity, but just like them, Bugs was predetermined for a purpose. Just as Neo was controlled by the machines, he programmed Bugs to escape, become obsessed with him, and help him awaken. Maybe Bugs was Neo's last hope, the one last attempt to escape, which worked. Perhaps this is why Bugs mentions that when she was given a choice of the red or blue pills, a woman told her that choice was an illusion.
You call this a choice?
Oh, honestly, when somebody offered me these things, I went off on binary conceptions of the world and said that there was no way I was swallowing some symbolic reduction of my life. And the woman with the pills laughed because I was missing the point.
What point?
The choice is an illusion. You already know what you have to do.
She never had a choice because her purpose was given to her by Neo. But do you agree? Was Bugs modified by Neo to help him wake up? Were her decisions limited by the purpose that Neo assigned to her?
Do you feel not like yourself? Has depression led you to question reality? Do you have an extreme desire to jump off a building? You may be suffering from a strange neurological condition caused by an imbalance in the brain known as VDTs. Folly Bridge has the solution for you. Introducing Entalofloxacin, the world's first and only blue pill you will ever need to start your day right and simply forget all your troubles, literally. Ask your doctor about Entalofloxacin today and join the millions living in blissful ignorance.
For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.